Man,
The voice,
the heart, the soul of the Cayman Islands.
The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies. Call them at 949-6211. And Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And 345 Equipment, quality machinery, parts, and repair services for all of your construction equipment needs. Call 525-0021 or email info@345equipment.ky.
And now, Radio Cayman presents The Business Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. This is where we address the business topics that matter. Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. Here's your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning. Welcome to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. Today, on the first segment of the Business Buzz, we will put the focus on Ocean Med. Then we will break for the news at 8 and return with the second segment when we will hear from the Little Cayman Pirates Festivities Chair. But starting today, we have an exciting offer for all our listeners each Tuesday on the Business Buzz. This is new, absolutely new. It's Taco Tuesday, and we're giving away a gift certificate to Tuka Restaurant and Bar every Tuesday morning. Now, who doesn't love 2-for-1 tacos and margaritas? Hey, I'll even eat taco for breakfast. All you have to do is listen to the trivia question and be the lucky caller with the correct answer, of course, when we pick our winner right after the 8 a.m. news segment around 8:15. Now, one winner will receive a gift certificate that I have in my hand to Tuka Restaurant, and that can be used at either location in East End or West Bay. Any day, not just on Taco Tuesdays. But you don't want to miss out on the 2-for-1 taco and margarita special and all day long at both Tuka locations, featuring special tacos like peanut chicken, blackened fish, pulled pork, vegetarian, and of course, my favorite, coconut shrimp. So keep listening. But without further ado, let's introduce our guest in the studio from Ocean Med, but rather I'll let them introduce themselves. So right next to me we have
I'm Dr. Laura Hole. Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Laura. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am fine. And next to you we have...
Good morning. I'm Dr. Zan Balang.
Good morning, Dr. Zan. And joining both Dr. Laura and Zan, we have...
Good morning. I'm Sarah Superfine.
Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
You're very welcome. I'm excited to hear more about Ocean Med. I've been looking at your website. I've been seeing all the machine, the new latest mammogram machine, and wow, I'm excited. So let's start with Dr. Hole. Doctor, can you tell us what do you specialize in, and just a little bit more about your function at Ocean Med?
Yep, so I'm an obstetrician and gynecologist from the UK, trained there, but I've worked in Australia and I've worked in Africa, and I've been here for about just over a year and a half. But I do all general obstetrics and gynecology, but I have a particular interest in gyne-oncology, gyne-cancer.
Okay. Now, let's move over to Dr. Zan. Good morning, Dr. Zan.
Morning again.
I know it's not your surname, but I'm pretty sure people call you Dr. Zan and Dr. Laura.
They do.
They do. So I'm originally from Botswana, but I moved to the Caribbean maybe 20 years ago. I've practiced in Jamaica, the Bahamas, Trinidad, and now Cayman Islands. I'm a general pediatrician. I see from birth to 18, but in that spectrum, my special interest is the teenagers and particularly teen mental health.
Okay, now, Sarah, good morning again.
Good morning. So I'm Sarah Superfine. I'm the practice manager at Ocean Med. And just to give you a quick overview of what Ocean Med offers, we're a private healthcare facility located on the waterfront in Georgetown. And we offer women's health, children's health, and medical imaging services. So we have 3 OBGYN physicians. So Dr. Laura, we also have Dr. David Stone and Dr. Diana Vanderborden. Also in the women's health side, we offer mammograms and ultrasound. And then this year we just opened our children's health clinic, and that's headed up by Dr. Zan as our paediatrician, and we also have the paediatric ultrasound on her side as well. So very comprehensive women's and then the children's clinic as well over at Ocean Med.
When did Ocean Med start in the Cayman Islands?
This month we celebrate our 3-year anniversary.
Oh, well,
So,
congratulations.
yes.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you very much. So we did open, when we first opened, we were concentrating just on the women's health services. And then, as I said, this year we've expanded because we were very lucky to get Dr. Zan joining us. So expanded now into the paediatrics too.
Okay. Now, Dr. Laura, talk to us about your services in particular with regards to obstetrics and gynae.
Yeah, so we see women, from the obstetric side, we see women really from preconception. So we'll see some women for preconception counselling, particularly if they have a underlying medical problem that they want to establish before they get pregnant. We see them for their first appointment when they're pregnant and get to have that first ultrasound scan of their new baby, and we see them all the way through until birth, and we're there for the delivery and then afterwards as well. And we're really lucky that we've recently been joined by a lactation consultant, so we're also offering that sort of additional help for women who want to breastfeed. And we do all the scans and the blood tests and everything that you need through a normal pregnancy. And we manage high-risk pregnancies as well, you know, if that arises. And from the gynae side, we deal with everything really gynae related, from screening, pap smears, STI screening, all manner of problems. You know, younger girls. Sometimes Dr. Zan and I will see somebody together who's having a younger girl having problems with their periods, right through to menopause, and women having trouble with that. And then even past menopause, women with bleeding after the menopause, which obviously is something very important to get checked out. And we can arrange all the imaging and the tests in the facility, thankfully, unless we need a surgical procedure. So obviously if there's surgery required, I will do that as well.
Okay. Before I continue, I want to say I'm looking at your scrubs this morning, and I just love the fabric with all the, what do we have there? Seahorses and
seahorses.
Yeah.
The ocean theme goes
Is that why we name the facility Ocean Med?
Yes, and we're located right on the waterfront. We have amazing views across Georgetown Harbour, so we try and bring the ocean inside. We're trying to have a calm, spa-like vibe in the clinic, so really that whole ocean theme.
And you have an ad where it says you can choose your music, is that correct? That you want to hear?
You can do in the mammography suite, so you can. Yeah, so we have aromatherapy, so, you know, we try and make it, we try and make coming to the doctor as comfortable and as relaxing as it can be.
I love that. Now, Dr. Zan, as a pediatrician, you did, mention some of your special interests, but give us a little bit more, talk to us a little bit more, especially about mental health.
Right, so I took a special interest in teen mental health during the pandemic. I was in Cayman at the time, and I noticed that a lot of the conversations going on, the restrictions were always adult-based. You know, when we opened up, you couldn't take your children. When we were closing up, the children always kind of got lost in the conversation quite a lot. And there was speculation around the world that mental health is going to be a big problem. And again, this conversation was centered around adults. Mm-hmm. So I decided to look into what that would look like for children. And we found out that it was really going to be even more worse amongst children, particularly teens, because they're at a stage where their brain is still developing. Sometimes they think they understand, but they don't understand. Sometimes they think they're independent, but they're not really independent. Sometimes they don't know how to communicate how they feel, so they tend to express a lot of anger or turn inwards. And that was the special population that actually needed more interest and support than everybody else. So that's when I turned to pediatric mental health, which has been an eye-opening journey. Everything that they reported was going to happen is actually happening with teenagers around the world, and Cayman is not it's still happening in Cayman as well.
I absolutely agree. Now, mammogram. We just came out of breast cancer awareness month, and what sort of mammogram facility do you have? Let's talk a little bit about that.
Sure. So we have we offer the 3D mammogram technology at Ocean Med, and we have the latest technology available. So it's a GE machine designed by women. So that makes a difference.
Yeah, big difference, I'm sure.
So, you know, it provides very high resolution images, and I would never say a mammogram is going to be comfortable, but it's certainly not painful like it was possibly with the older machines, where, you know, still now we hear women saying, I'm so afraid it's just going to be so painful because it's going to really squish me and hurt. But it's not like that these days. It is a lot less uncomfortable. So, and the room that we have, we specially designed for mammograms. So, you know, it's special lighting. We have like I said before, the aromatherapy. We have light boxes in the room, so it looks like you're looking out onto a lovely beach or lake scene while you're getting the mammogram done. Our tech, Margaret, is very experienced, and she also makes a very big difference to the pleasant experience that you have getting your mammogram. So yes, obviously last month, October, was Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we did look last month at doing sort of some ways to encourage women to come in and get their mammograms, because as women we tend to put ourselves last after looking after everyone else. We put off getting all these tests that we know we should probably get done. With the pandemic too, what we all probably experience is that whole years of time seemed to stand still. And when you think back as to when you last had your mammogram, sometimes you forget. Maybe it's been 2 or 3 years. I know personally I've been talking about mammograms a lot, and I suddenly realised, when was mine? When was mine last done? And actually I'm due now. So it's good to talk about these things just to make sure everyone's aware. When did you last get your mammogram done? Are you due for another one? Have you just hit your 40th birthday and now you're suddenly due to start your screening? So last month we did have a big focus on breast health awareness. We offered, and we wanted to make something a little bit more fun. So my colleague Elise thought of doing a mammograms and mimosas event, which did a little bit of spin on it. So that was a great, really well attended couple of events we did. So in that we offered a reduced price on a mammogram, gave you a glass of mimosa. We had out of hours appointments, so an evening event and a Saturday morning, and then a portion of every mammogram we did at the event we donated to a portion of the fee to the Breast Cancer Foundation, because we do accept all the mammogram vouchers. Yeah, at Ocean Med. So we're trying to make these things a little bit more normal, less intimidating, encourage women to look after themselves.
I think it was so popular we had people who didn't want to go home.
Yes, we did. It was a lovely evening. And for us too, it was nice to sit and chat with the patients. Usually people come in and they go out, but you give someone a nice drink and they'll sit and chat, and it was actually a relaxing, fun experience for everyone who came out.
Now let's talk a little bit about the machine. Okay, the old one, normally you'll go in and you'll have your breast bits, sandwich is not the word I want to use, but placed between the equipment. And for myself, I'll come out with my chest all red, and it'll remain red for maybe 2 or 3 days. That red mark will be there. But it's something we have to get done, and we put up with it. Now, how does this machine? I'm trying to figure how it actually works in a nutshell.
Well, it's the same. I mean, the technology is still, it's using the X-rays to take images of the breast tissue. So nowadays, though, the type of technology just means that they don't have, there's still plates there, but it's more just to, and they push against the chest because they want to get as much of the breast tissue imaged as possible. But there's no need anymore to actually have breast compressed like a pancake, as it was in the old days. I mean, there's no two ways about it. The 3D technology actually takes. So the machine itself sort of turns to take different images. So you stand comfortably still, and the machine will turn as it takes images in different planes, and then the technology puts the images together to get the 3D image of the breast for the doctor
because
to read.
right now, I mean, like when I go to get mine done, it's compressed between the plates, and then you have to turn sideways.
That's right.
Now,
Yes.
the sideways is always the uncomfortable one.
Yes, it's always a little bit awkward just
Yeah.
in the positioning. But like I said, Margaret is really experienced, a woman herself. She knows what's sort of uncomfortable.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Now we got to take a break. When we come back, we'll continue our discussion here with Dr. Laura Hole, OBGYN, Dr. Zan Balang, pediatrician, and Ms. Sarah Superfine, practice manager over at Ocean Med. I want to say thank you to our sponsors this morning. Without our sponsors, we couldn't be doing this. Cayman Insurance Center, Cayman Medical Supplies, and 345 Equipment Services. And don't forget, Tuka, thank you so much for coming on board with Taco Tuesdays, and we're very excited to do this every Tuesday. Tuka Restaurant opened in East End in 2010, and the restaurant features cuisine from which country? Now, we'll get more of this. Think about it, and when we come back from our commercial break, we'll continue the discussion. Saying good morning to Susan. Susan, I forgot to say good morning. What happened to my manners? This is the Business Buzz.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, He hath founded it upon the seas.
Under Commissioner Cardinal, road and building development continued to grow on the islands. For a number of building projects, Commissioner Cardinal turned to the shipwright and builder, Mr. Rael B. Bodden. Bodden had a unique style, mixing local and imported materials, combining native hardwoods and hand-molded concrete blocks made with Jamaican cement. During the 1920s, Bodden had built the Wooden Peace Memorial Town Hall and the concrete and wood Elmsley Memorial Church. Bodden would also be involved in the construction of the public library and post office, which opened in 1939. During World War II, Rael Bodden was commissioned by the U.S. Navy to build 2 162-ton minesweepers. These commissions and the needs of the U.S. Navy greatly assisted with replenishing the government revenues.
The Rotary Central Music Extravaganza is Saturday, November 26th. Your ticket, your chance, your prize. Grand prize, $40,000. Second prize, $4,000. 6 $1,000 prizes and more. Get your $25 tickets now through Rotary Central members, Rotary Central ticket sellers, eventpro.ky, or WhatsApp Rotarian Annie Rose Scott in Cayman Brac at 916-7310. The Rotary Music Extravaganza at Salty's Grand Harbor. Performances by Heat, Fabulous 68, and CNB. November 26th, you can be the winner. Proceeds fund Rotary Central Community Projects. Rotary Central NPO number 232. Rotary, all the good you imagine.
Radio Cayman's Historical Vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies. Free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Still delivering island-wide for your convenience.
Homeowners, protecting your family and property is crucial during the season, and you should always assess insurance needs long before a storm makes landfall. Most insurers won't issue policies when a storm is imminent. Cayman Insurance Center's team of professionals can help owners like you find the most comprehensive coverage and competitive rates. Call Michael Webster today at 925-5433 or Denise Brown at 814-7229. Don't take chances with your family's future or your valuable assets. Call Michael and Denise
The
today.
Cayman Islands,
Cayman
a
Insurance
legacy
Center.
of strength. Homes built to weather the storm. 345 Equipment is proud to continue the legacy, supporting the building industry with quality machinery, parts, and excellent repair services. Crushers, excavators, and heavy-duty construction equipment. Don't let equipment failure cause delays to your project. To build right, you need the right equipment. Call 525-0021 or email info@345equipment.ky. 345 Equipment. Built to last.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Thank you and welcome back to the Business Buzz. It's an exciting Tuesday morning. And it's November 1st. Forgot about that. Now, first day in a brand new month. So if your birthday is in November, happy birthday. If it's today, happy birthday. And don't forget, it's Taco Tuesday at Tuca. And we've got your trivia question ready. Here's hoping you'll make note of the telephone number, 1-800-534-8255 or 949-8037. Write this down, or 949-6990. Now, we're speaking with Ocean Med, Dr. Laura Hole, OBGYN, Dr. Zan Balang, she's a pediatrician, and Ms. Sarah Superfine, practice manager over at Ocean Med. Now, I always forget to give, to ask location and telephone numbers and contact details. So let me get that in before I forget. Sarah?
Yeah, we're located in Bayshore Mall on the waterfront in Georgetown. So right above the Cook Freeport store in the middle there.
Okay. And your telephone number?
And you can get us at 946-2326, or you can email us info@oceanmed.ky, and please have a look at our website, which is oceanmed.ky.
Okay, thank you. Now, Dr. Laura, talk to us about, we were talking about screenings and stuff like that. Can you give us some more details?
So I think one of the most important screening things for women is their pap smear or cervical screening. So that is looking for early abnormal cell changes that, if left alone for long enough, would become a cancer. And so the nice thing, if you can ever say a nice thing about cervix cancer, is that it has this precancerous change. And so if we detect these cells before they become a cancer, we can treat them and get rid of them. So that's what the pap smear is there for. And historically, we've always just kind of done the pap smear and we've looked at the cells under the microscope. But what's changed in the last few years kind of worldwide is HPV screening. So HPV is the human papilloma virus, and it's the virus that causes almost all cervix cancers. So we can test for that alongside the pap smear. And if that's negative, because that virus needs to be there for many years to cause those cell changes, if it's negative when we test, we can be really confident that there's not going to be any cell changes in the next few years. So it gives us a good future kind of view of what's happening in the cervix. But if the HPV is there, it helps us to interpret those results, and it knows that we need to keep a closer eye on things. So HPV screening and HPV vaccination are, the mainstays of managing cervix cancer. And there is a view within the gynecological community that we, in theory, could eradicate cervix cancer within our lifetime using HPV screening and vaccination, which would be phenomenal, right? So we really, really encourage our teenage girls or our younger girls to have the HPV vaccine. And they're normally offered that at school at around the age of 11 or 12, but they can get it any time from the age of 9. And women can have it in theory, up until the age of 45, but that's a discussion that you can have with your doctor. But really important to think about that.
Okay. Now, having a pap smear, is it? I know Ocean Med is up with all the technology and everything.
Yeah.
Has it become any more comfortable to take?
Oh, I wish I could say yes. I think honestly, the future is going to be self swabs for pap smears, but we're not quite there yet.
Mm-hmm.
We still have that little brush, that little slightly scratchy brush, and we have to use the lovely speculum. But when Dr. Diana came on board, I understand she was very firm that she wanted a particular speculum that she had in Holland that's nice and soft and not, it's not the cold hard metal one. They're a little bit smaller and softer. And we have lovely examination chairs as well that get women in a really good position. So it is as comfortable as we can possibly make it. It's not, it's not a Friday night on the town. But it's a really important thing, and it shouldn't be painful.
It should be served with mimosas.
Yeah, well, we're discussing, should we have a pap smear and Prosecco now?
No, Dr. Zan, talk to us about especially the youth and their mental health. You did touch on some of it, but what else can you tell us?
Right back on what Dr. Laura said, as parents, the whole idea is how you can make your children's life better for the future. And I get a lot of questions about how do I prevent my child from getting cancer for the next generation, right? And the HPV vaccine is like the key in changing how the next generation experiences cancer altogether. Our generation focus, we do a lot of pap smears, mammograms and everything, but there is something that we can do for now for them to have a completely different experience, and the numbers for cervical cancer would be completely different for them. And so we stress the importance of getting teen health checks. As pediatricians, we focus a lot on, it's a lot of growth and development. I know we treat cough and cold and fever, but majority of what we do is more preventative in terms of looking ahead and getting more longevity. And a lot of people, when they have babies, they will come in for regular screenings, and we check, is the baby talking, is the baby walking at the right stages, and everybody's compliant up until a certain age, and then the teenagers it just drops. They just go to their GPs, who are very lovely, but they don't really tend to do a lot of developmental and behavioral screens. So with pediatrics at teenagers, it shifts from development to more behavioral screens, and you get this with every checkup. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that all children be screened for suicide and anxiety, and this doesn't always happen across the board, but this is something that needs to happen for all teenagers, and not as a reaction because they've exhibited certain behaviors. It should just be a regular screen, just like we do with babies to see if they're walking, talking. So teen health visits are really, really the cornerstone for teen health and the future.
You know what? We're almost out of time, and this is important. So, Susan, we've got to get the ladies back in the studio. Yes, I see a thumbs up from Susan. Sarah, last question for this morning. And I know people will call me once you get off the air. Cineco, do you accept Cineco and all the other insurance providers?
Yes, we do accept all local insurance plans. With Cineco, though, you do need a CMO-approved referral in order for Cineco to cover services. So we do accept it, but you will need a CMO-approved referral.
Of course. Dr. Zan, Dr. Laura, and Sarah, thank you so much for being on the Business Buzz this morning. Ocean Med is where it should be, especially if you want to have your mammogram. So good to have you in the studio. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much.
Coming right up, we'll have the 8 o'clock news. But don't forget, if you're joining us, you might have missed that announcement for our Taco Tuesday giveaway from Tuka Restaurant. We've got a trivia question lined up for you. I'm not giving it to you now. You have to come back at around 8:15 after the news, traffic and weather, and we'll let you have it. In the meantime, over to Susan.
Thank you, Anita. And studio time now by Foster's is 8 o'clock.
This Black Friday, Priced Right is going bigger.
And it starts with a chance to win big in our Black Friday fortune.
You can score a $1,000 Priced Right gift card just by subscribing to Know Our Deals First.
Entering is easy. This month from the 1st to the 23rd, visit pricedright.ky to subscribe and enter.
Or head to Instagram or Facebook at Priced Right K-Man for details on how to win.
You have everything to win
and nothing to lose.
Live better for less with a $1,000 Black Friday fortune at Priced Right.
The voice of the Cayman Islands.
89.9 FM in Grand Cayman and 93.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman.
Silver wings shining in the sunlight.
Radio Cayman.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. The power company's third quarter results show that while customer numbers grew, residents used less power than usual in order to cut back on energy costs during the third quarter this year. Global fuel prices continued to rise in Q3, impacting CUC's fuel costs, with power generation expenses coming in at more than $52 million. That's an increase of 70% when compared to Q3 of last year. The power company says this is mostly due to a 75% increase in the average fuel price per imperial gallon. The average fuel cost charge rate billed to consumers was 29 cents per kilowatt hour compared to 17 cents per kilowatt hour back in the third quarter 2021. During this period, CUC did facilitate a government fuel cost relief program to help residential customers. Looking at net earnings for the company in the third quarter of this year, they totaled $10.4 million, an increase of $0.3 million, or about 3% when compared to Q3 2021. This was due to an increase in kilowatt sales by 2% and customer growth of 3%. A highlight of the third quarter was the signing of an agreement with technology group Wärtsilä to supply two 10-megawatt-hour energy storage systems, which are designed to improve fuel efficiency by approximately 6% in Cayman, with a corresponding reduction in CO2 emissions. In other news, winds and rain are expected today as Tropical Storm Lisa moves south-southwest of Cayman. At the last check, the storm was located at 16.1 degrees north, 81.1 degrees west. It's moving west at 14 miles an hour. This general motion with some decrease in forward speed is forecast during the next couple of days. On the forecast track, the center of Lisa will pass south of Cayman today and then move near or over the Bay Islands of Honduras early Wednesday, approaching Belize later tomorrow night. Max winds are 45 miles per hour. As a result of this, you can expect partly cloudy skies today with a 60% chance of rain and thunder, temperatures rising to the upper 80s. There is a marine warning in effect. Hazard Management Director Danielle Coleman says it's important that Cayman doesn't let its guard down as hurricane season isn't over just yet.
We constantly have to watch these systems, and we have a month left of hurricane season, and we really want to encourage the public to be vigilant, to keep an eye on this storm and any future storms in the next couple of weeks, and just prepare for any eventuality.
Over the weekend, government issued a tropical storm watch for all three Cayman Islands, but canceled it Monday morning. That said, there's still a possibility of locally heavy showers.
There will be hazards over the next couple of days. Obviously, we do have flooding potential and also coastal issues. So making sure you are, when you're going out and about into your business, make sure that you are actually looking out for these things and protecting yourselves and those around you.
Stay tuned to Radio Cayman on 89.9 FM and official government channels for the latest information. Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which will take us out of the newscast. I'm Carsley Fuller from Radio Cayman's newsroom.
BBC News with Jerry Smith. The South Korean Interior Minister has acknowledged government responsibility for the crush that led to the deaths of 156 people in the capital Seoul on Saturday. He's also apologised. The police have admitted their failures. Israelis are going to the polls to elect a new parliament, the fifth in 4 years. Opinion surveys suggest a tight race between the outgoing government and parties supporting the former Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. A boat carrying dozens of migrants has sunk off the Greek coast. A search and rescue operation is underway. 9 survivors have been found so far. The mayor of Kyiv says water and electricity have been restored in the Ukrainian capital. But he added there would be scheduled blackouts to manage electricity demand in the wake of Monday's wave of Russian attacks on the city. Grain exports from Ukraine have continued for the second day, despite Russia suspending its participation in the deal enabling them. The UN says 3 ships sailed today. Sit-in protests are continuing at universities across Iran, despite clashes with security forces over recent days. The authorities have also raided dormitories and arrested students. The Indian Prime Minister has visited the site of Sunday's disaster in Gujarat. More than 140 people died there after a footbridge collapsed. Energy companies have continued to report record high earnings. The Saudi oil giant Aramco made more than $40 billion in the third quarter, while BP's profits trebled to $8.2 billion. BBC News.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com. Did you know that ValueMed Pharmacy has a free online prescription service? Managing your health and medical requirements has never been easier with ValueMed. Simply visit value-medpharmacy.com. That's VALU-medpharmacy.com and click the Refill Prescriptions tab on our website. Fill in the information for new prescriptions or refills and choose your preferred pickup location. ValueMed on Walkers Road or Town. Then bring in your original prescription from your doctor when picking up. There's no need to stand in line and wait for your prescription. Save time and pick up prescriptions at your convenience by visiting value-medpharmacy.com. That's VALU-medpharmacy.com.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman for the latest in news and information.
Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Download the Radio Cayman app or log on to our website, www.radiocayman.gov.ky.
Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
Health Services Authority is now offering online payment options for patients. Patients of HSA can now pay their bills, including deposits, towards scheduled services online at payments.hsa.ky. The secure, new online payment system accepts debit or credit cards and is in addition to the available payment options of cash, check, and online bank transfer. For quick, easy, and secure payment directly from your phone or computer, visit HSA's new online payment system at payments.hsa.ky.
The Rotary Central Music Extravaganza is Saturday, November 26th. Your ticket, your chance, your prize. Grand prize, $40,000. Second prize, $4,000. 6 $1,000 prizes and more. Get your $25 tickets now through Rotary Central members, Rotary Central ticket sellers, eventpro.ky, or WhatsApp Rotarian Annie Rose Scott in Cayman Brac at 916-7310. The Rotary Music Extravaganza at Salty's Grand Harbor. Performances by Heat, Fabulous 68s, and CNB. November 26th, you can be the winner. Proceeds fund Rotary Central Community Projects. Rotary Central NPO number 232. Rotary, all the good you imagine.
The 8:12 a.m. weather report brought to you by CG Britcade, where people come first.
Hey, Bill, glad to see you back in the office.
Who?
Bill.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think you're mistaking me for someone else.
Tom.
Nope.
Jack.
No.
Alex.
No. Want me to just tell you?
Nope, I got this, George.
No, you don't. Still not me.
Adam.
Not even close, man.
We're like a coworker that didn't forget your name. CG Britcade. Good like that.
Okay, good to see you, Mark Mike John Sean.
It's Mordecai.
Good morning. Let's take a look at the very latest weather report. Current temperature is 82 degrees. Relative humidity is 80%. The barometric pressure is 29.88 inches and rising. The wind is out of the east at 11 knots. Overnight low temperature was 79 degrees. Synopses indicate fresh easterly winds and rough seas will continue across the Cayman area for the next 24 hours as Tropical Storm Lisa approaches and moves about 211 miles south-southwest of the Cayman area. Radar images show scattered showers in and around the Cayman area moving towards the west. The National Hurricane Center in Miami, Florida is issuing advisories on Tropical Storm Lisa, which at 7 this morning was located at 16.1 north, 81.1 west. It's about 220 miles south of Grand Cayman. Lisa is moving west near 14 miles per hour with maximum sustained winds near 45 miles per hour. The Cayman Islands National Weather Service will continue to monitor the progress of the system, and the public is advised to keep abreast as well. Now the forecast for the Cayman Islands for today and tonight, calling for partly cloudy to cloudy skies with a 60% chance of showers and possible thunder. Showers will be locally heavy at times, and temperatures today will be in the upper 80s and will fall to the mid-70s tonight. Winds will be easterly at 15 to 20 knots with higher gusts for today and tonight as well. And the same for tonight and today. Seas will be rough with wave heights of 6 to 8 feet. A marine warning is in effect. Low tide will be this morning at 10:15, high tide this evening at 7 minutes past 5, and a low tide again tonight at 11:30. The sun will set this evening at 5:50 and will rise tomorrow morning at 6:27. And the outlook is calling for cloudy skies, scattered showers with a decrease in winds and seas from Wednesday night as Tropical Storm Lisa passes south of the Cayman area.
The 8:12 a.m. weather report brought to you by CG Britcay, where people come first.
Hey guys, I got a joke for you. What did one ocean say to the other?
I don't know.
Nothing. It just waved.
I don't get it.
An ocean? It waves to another ocean.
Oceans can't wave. They don't have hands.
What?
How would they even see each other? They don't have eyes either.
Seriously, how are you not getting this?
Oceans aren't even alive. Nothing you said makes sense.
With most claims paid within a few days, we're like a friend that doesn't miss the joke. CG Britcay. Good like that.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Good morning once again. Let's take a look at what's happening on our roads. Busy traffic on the Linford Pearson Highway as well as coming off of Esley Tibbetts Highway. Traffic also busy coming off of Bobby Thompson Way and off the Linford Pearson Highway on Agnes Way. Delays expected as you're heading down to Georgetown. Traffic is also busy heading to Georgetown on Crew Road, and eastbound traffic on Crew Road is light to moderate. Traffic flowing pretty good on Owen Roberts Drive as well as on Edward Street. As we look to downtown on Shedden Road into Georgetown, not looking too bad out of Georgetown on Shedden Road. Moderate flow of traffic. Godfrey Nixon Way and Eastern Avenue traffic is moderate in both directions. That's the very latest on your traffic. Join us again. At about 10 minutes after 12 o'clock, we'll give you another traffic report. Have a good morning and click it or ticket.
From boat days to beach gatherings, leave the catering to Subway. Choose from small and large sandwich platters, double meat wrap platters, and top it off with optional cookie platters for dessert. Or ask about our Subway box to go with the option of 6-inch or foot-long sandwich, 1 cookie, and 1 bag of chips. For all occasions and celebrations, let Subway focus on the food so you can focus on the fun. Visit subway.ky for catering options. Subway. Eat fresh.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan. Choose peace of mind. Auto Shield Vehicle Protection Plans offers you motoring peace of mind and keeps you moving whether it's the middle of the night or a busy morning. An Auto Shield membership plan is the smart choice to safely and easily get through any roadside emergency. Anywhere in Grand Cayman, anytime, 24/7. That's peace of mind. knowing your loved ones won't be stranded on the roadside. Call 640-0999 or email info@autoshield.ky to enroll in peace of mind today. When it comes to your car, problems happen. Isn't it time you had some motoring peace of mind? AutoShield conveniently offers personal and corporate automobile protection plans.
At Kirk's Home Center, we can make your life much better. We got it all together. We got a great deal in store for you. From cookware to stereos, from power tools to plumbing supplies. Yeah, we got the best goods with the best price and a service to make you smile. Kirk's Home Center, we got a great deal in store for you.
Pirates Fest. A little bit of old, a little bit of new. The evolution of Cayman's Pirates. A little bit of fun for everyone. Grand Cayman festivities from November 10th through the 20th. 10 days, 33 events. From happy hour parties, cardboard boat races, the Trial of the Pirates, float parade, national song competition, pooch parades, races, fireworks. So many fireworks. Pirates Fest is here. 33 events, 10 days, November 10th through the 20th. Stay in the know. Get the full event lineup at piratesfestcayman.com.
Pirates fire, raging through Church Street, bright and little Cayman, putting on some heat.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning and welcome back to the Business Buzz. If you're driving on the roads, be careful. We had some, I'm not sure if it's still raining, but we had some rain overnight, rain early this morning, and the roads are wet. Good morning to all our listeners, our viewers on YouTube, and we're streaming on Facebook as well, right, Sue? Oh, Susan gave us a thumbs up over there again. It's 17 minutes after 8 o'clock. And before we go to the phones, we have our guest joining us by telephone this morning. We have Mrs. Maxine McCoy-Moore. She is the chairperson of the Little Cayman Committee. That's the Little Cayman Pirates Festivities Committee. We're going to go to her in just a couple of minutes. But before we do, we want to say thank you to Tuka Restaurant for coming on board with their Taco Tuesdays on the Business Buzz. So every Tuesday, get your taste buds going. We've got a giveaway every Tuesday right here on the Business Buzz. Compliments of Tuka Restaurant. Now, Tuka, they serve that delicious taco. Susan, do we get into it? Because I'm going to get hungry. I'm going to get hungry. I'm hungry already this morning. I can hear my stomach growling, but you know what? We've got over a taco. What sorts of taco do they have? They've got different tacos. Let me tell you, they've got peanut chicken, specialty tacos. You've got your blackened fish, pulled pork, vegetarian, and they must have shrimp. So there's coconut shrimp in there as well. Now, one winner this morning will receive a gift certificate to Tuka Restaurant. Now we have two locations, Morgan's Harbor and in East End. Now they can be used at either location, whether it's East End or West Bay, on any day, not just on Taco Tuesdays. So you know that. Now, what's the trivia? Where is my trivia? Tuka Restaurant opened in East End in 2010, and the restaurant features cuisine from which country? I'm going to give you a big hint. When Kathy told me, and she gave me the hint, I was like, oh, I know the answer to that. The hint is that country is also a continent, Sue. So if you can tell me, which country the Tuka Restaurant features cuisine from, you can get yourself that gift certificate, and I have it right here in my hand. So number to call, 1-800-534-8255 or 949-8037. An additional number, 949-6990, if you know the answer. Susan is waiting to take your call. But in the meantime, let's go to Miss Maxine. Miss Maxine, good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you today?
I am good. What's it like in Little Cayman this morning? What's the weather like?
Hot sunshine, cool breeze blowing. It's really, really nice.
So I'm pretty sure you're going to head out to take a swim when we finish here, right?
Already did that.
Well, there you go.
You got to catch it early in the morning or it's too hot.
It's too hot. Miss Maxine, we have a caller, so can you hold for me? We'll talk about festivities, the 3-day festivities in Little Cayman. Caller, good morning. You have an answer for our trivia this morning? Good morning. No?
Yes, hi.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I am fine. How are you? Do you have an answer for the trivia?
Yeah, I do. It's Australia.
Australia. How did you guess?
Oh, I know because I go to Tucker.
Okay, no, there you go. Thank you. Do you want to give us your name, or you don't mind?
This is Mel.
Okay, all right. Susan will take it, all right? But I want to say congratulations and thank you so much for winning the very first trivia here.
Oh, yeah.
And I have my hands this morning the gift certificate, and it's a gift certificate to the value of $25 CI.
Oh, wow.
So you
All
can.
right.
So
Good.
whenever you go to Tuka, you can enjoy that complimentary $25 gift certificate. Thank you so much for calling. And enjoy your day. Thanks to Tuka Restaurant for coming on board with Taco Tuesdays. This is awesome. I can take some shrimp taco now. Maxine? Good morning, Miss Maxine.
Good morning.
Can you handle some blackened fish taco?
I prefer the shrimp. How about you eat the fish?
I can do that. I'll do fish and shrimp and vegetarian, of course.
And today is what? The opening of lobster season, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, conch season.
Conch season. Oh, my
Lobster,
goodness.
I think is next month, the first of next month.
No, don't open it before it's time, Miss Maxine. We're going to get one of us in trouble.
Some people just need to be reminded it's not the same as conch, the turtle season.
So, Miss Maxine, Pirate Suite took a break for what, 2 years? We had a break? I can't remember.
Something to that effect, yeah.
Yeah, while we were going through COVID-19. Now, it's a 3-day celebration in Little Cayman.
Yes, it is.
How can you guys handle all this celebration? This is too much.
Well, you see, we don't have the traffic you guys got down there. That's the first thing.
Right.
And the second thing is that the people here really get together as a community, and we all try to make things happy for each and every one of us, whether it's local or whether you're visiting. So, yeah, to just have a one day wouldn't be good enough for us. We got to have the whole weekend.
So, okay, so we'll kick off when?
We're kicking off this Friday, the 4th of November, and the kickoff party begins at Southern Cross Club. For those folks who don't know, that is the oldest guest house, they call it, not hotel, the oldest resort on island. It's been here from the 1950s, 1960s. So at 6 o'clock, we have a kickoff parade of Pirates Royalty ships. They light up the seas starting from Southern Cross Club, and they're sea touring all the way down to Blossom Village and around Owen Island and back. That is because the pirates are on board, and they're going to be checking out where they will land the next day. That doesn't mean that they're going to stay on board of that ship on Friday night, now does it?
They're coming for you, Maxine.
Ooh, they're not only coming for me, they're coming for the whole island, right? So the pirates are checking out where they will land the next day, and then they go on after they land there, Southern Cross Club, and then they plunder Beach Resort, which is the only per se hotel on the island, and then they go on and they plunder Pirates Point. It's a resort on the island. When they finish with that, then they head over on the north coast of the island to the McCoys, which has been there from the 1960s also. So it's going to be a fun-filled evening to begin with music festival time. We have DJ Pabby coming in from Cayman Brac, and he is Brac renowned and Little Cayman renowned for his good DJ music. Really, really good music. So at McCoy's, you will have there will be a music festival time. the longest couple left dancing to continuous salsa, because we do have a lot of Spanish on island too, music, will win a surprise prize. And then we also will have music from our other nationality, the Indian people. And then we will also have another dance competition with the Filipinos. So we're inviting all of the different diverse people that live and work in Little Cayman to come and exercise their legs if they're not working. And to this dance, continuous dance competition that we want to have. Not want to have, that we're going to have. And we're also asking them at the same time to dress up like pirates and winches in royalty, because you know the theme this year is royalty. And we want to do that at about 9 o'clock. We want to judge the best pirate and winch royalty. The winners will be treated to a complete island tour, including Point Saint and Oyen Island, when visiting Little Cayman if they're not from here. You know, if they're just visiting themselves. So that music will go on until 2 o'clock that government allows. And it's going to be really, really fun on Friday night. And then we go on. You want me to continue, or you got some questions?
Now, Miss Maxine, I'm pretty sure the Pirates have shares in Pirates Point, right?
No. But they're going to try. I heard they're going to try and get shares in Beach Resort, not Pirates Point, because Pirates Point was way back when they didn't want anybody else to own it but those pirates then. So maybe they might win, maybe they may not if they try, but they got to try, huh?
All right. So this is Friday, kickoff, and just about everything Friday night. Now, let's go back to the dancing. What type of dancing? Is that salsa?
Salsa is what we call calypso.
Oh. Okay.
And then the Indians, you know how that ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling dance?
No.
The one that we call belly dancing.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And then the Filipinos, I really don't know how to explain that in their language, the Tagalog. I like to call it the Tagalog language.
Tagalog.
I could never pronounce it properly. So,
Tagalog.
yeah, all different nationalities are here. We're inviting all of them to come out, and we're going to have prizes and surprises for the best dress and the best dancers. Even if it's not a man and a woman dancing, because, you know, way back when, all the men were out to sea. You remember that? So who was going to dance with who? The women had to dance with each other, okay? And what little men were left behind then finally got a little partner. So it's going to be something similar, everybody just dancing, not as couples, as single, you know? You're just dancing to get away all the stress, because believe you me, just because we only have less than 200 people doesn't mean we don't have stress, huh? So we're going to dance out all of our stress and get rid of all of that to be ready for the next day, because that's when all of the really stuff is going to go on.
Okay, so Miss Maxine, you're going to have best dressed pirate and wench, right?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of prizes are we looking for the best dressed pirate and wench?
The best dressed pirate and wench royalty will get that complete island tour of Point Saint and Oyen Island. Because believe you me, some people that live here haven't even been that far. They're so busy working and can't ride a bicycle that far. And we don't have any horses or donkeys as yet.
All right.
And the salsa, the competition with the music dancing is a surprise.
Okay.
So I can't tell you what it is, or it wouldn't be a surprise now, would it?
No, it wouldn't. Ms. Maxine, can you hold the line for us? We are going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll look at, we covered November 4th, basically, Friday, November 4th. So we'll look at Saturday when we come back, Saturday, November 5th, and what's happening in Little Cayman. Too much excitement. So stay tuned with us. for us, and we'll come back to you in just a bit. In the meantime, I want to say thanks to our sponsors this morning of the Business Buzz, Cayman Insurance Center, Cayman Medical Supplies, and 345 Equipment Services.
Homeowners, protecting your family and property is crucial during the season, and you should always assess insurance needs long before a storm makes landfall. Most insurers won't issue policies when a storm is imminent. Cayman Insurance Center's team of professionals can help owners like you find the most comprehensive coverage and competitive rates. Call Michael Webster today at 925-5433 or Denise Brown at 814-7229. Don't take chances with your family's future or your valuable assets. Call Michael and Denise today at Cayman Insurance Center.
Now open on the sister island, Brack Medical Supplies. Everything from over-the-counter items to home care products such as wheelchairs, crutches, bed pads, adult briefs, and PPE items. Friendly, local, loyal, and long-standing service right in the Brack. Brack Medical Supplies. Call today at 948-2228. Better yet, come see us. We are located right next to the Alexander Hotel.
Tune in every Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. for Radio Cayman's Midday Newscast. Radio Cayman, the People's Station, your trusted official source for the latest news. The 12 p.m. news is proudly brought to you by Health City Cayman Islands. World-class healthcare within your reach.
The Department of Environmental Health would like to advise West Bay residents to get their bulk waste ready for collection from November 7th to the 12th. Household appliances, furniture, and other items too large to be handled by the weekly DEH collection crews should be placed by the roadside where it is easily accessible to DEH collection crews. Metals and vegetation should also be separated from other bulk items. Do not obstruct roadway or storm drains or place tires, construction and demolition waste, hazardous materials, or electronics. For more information on the West Bay bulk waste collection from November 7th to the 12th, please contact DEH's Solid Waste Management Team at 949-6696.
Everybody jumping in line on this great breakaway. For the pirates fight and they're moving to and fro. Some people laughing and shouting while others sing calypso. For the pirates fight, sing it out loud and clear. Pirates fight, what a great atmosphere. The pirates we, what more can one desire? Grand Cayman and the island, oh look they have them.
Oh, Susan, you almost got me singing. Good morning. You're listening to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. This is a Tuesday edition of the Business Buzz. It's Taco Tuesday, compliments of Atuka. And we already gave away that trivia question. Give the trivia question, and we got a winner. So thank you to both the winner and Atuka Restaurant, and for Miss Kathy for putting this all together. Good morning, Kathy. Kathy in sales. Now, it's 27 minutes until 9 o'clock, until we bring you the 9 o'clock news. But in the meantime, we have Mrs. Maxine McCoy Moore on the line. Miss Maxine, good morning again.
Good morning again.
Thanks for staying on the line and not heading out to the beach or something. Maxine, it's exciting for Little Cayman. I mean, you don't get this much excitement every day.
That's for sure.
So a lot of planning a lot of planning went into all of these activities, correct?
Yes, correct. Still planning.
You're still planning. Okay. I mean, if you stop planning, we'll be worried. Now, we covered Friday, activities on Friday in Little Cayman. Now, let's talk about Saturday, big day on Saturday. What's happening on Saturday, November 5th in Little Cayman? As part of the Pirates Week, Pirates festivities.
Because besides all of the Brack boats headed here, I mean, I'm still hoping and praying that Lisa be gone, which is the disturbance out there, you know, that the weather be good, that all the boats that are planning and come in to attend shows up. And so on the 5th of November, this year we're going to set up the tents at Blossom Avenue Triangle, which anybody who have ever visited Little Cayman knows that triangle that I'm referring to the right goes down into Blossom Village, one of the oldest settlements on island, and then to your left, you can either go to the Spot Bay Road, which takes you to the North Coast and McCoy's, or you can continue up on Guy Banks Road, straight up to Point of Sand and around, because this island has a road that goes around and around. You don't have to turn back, you know, and 3 that goes across. So on Saturday, we're hoping all of those demonstrations with the black boats coming in, and most of them is going to be coming not only to Point of Sand, but coming into where the reef has a break there that comes in by Southern Cross Club. But we're planning on 9 o'clock until 1 o'clock because we'll have the demonstration of our cultural heritage of rope making and thatch making, how you make the baskets, how you make your whoppers out of thatch, and how you do all your fans and the rope, how we used to make that and export it way back when we had a lot of silver thatch. You know, it takes a silver thatch rope. I mean, the silver thatch tree, not the bull thatch one, to make all of these nice, beautiful thatch bags and so forth on. And then at 12 o'clock, lunch for everybody on island that want to taste a little bit of Little Cayman cuisine, a little bit of Jamaican cuisine, I want to taste a little bit of Indian cuisine, Filipino cuisine. It will all be served under the tents at the Blossom Avenue Triangle, right in our, what we like to call our town area on the south coast of Little Cayman. And then at 4:30, the Pirates Landing begins at Southern Cross Club. And we have quite a few float parades and quite a few walkers. We don't have too many. In fact, the school is not open this year because there's no students. So, but we do have those same students that used to be here, along with some other students, past students, that because from 2000, the year of our Lord 2000, we did have a primary school here, and we still do, just waiting on some more children. All the children, we need to shout out to the children. Tell your mom and dad that Little Cayman is the best place to live and the best place to work. So come here and you get a one-on-one education. So I'm doing a little advertisement and education too at the same time. You know, I'm a retiree from being a past teacher. So, yes, at 5 o'clock the parade begins from Haida Bay Southern Cross Club to the Blossom Avenue Triangle Hungry Iguana parking lot. And there will be judging of the parade, prizes and surprises again. And, you know, not only food will be under the tent, we'll also have our, that's why this year we call it the Royalty Pirates Agri Weekend Fest in Little Cayman, because we haven't had an agricultural show in many, many years too. Right?
That's right.
So we're going to have displays of what we can grow here that the iguanas will leave alone. Because it's not only the green iguanas that eat everything, it's every one of them. Take it from me. Soon we can soon have...
They have to survive, you know, Miss Maxine.
Everybody has to survive. Everybody. That's the way God Creator made it. So, yes. So it's going to be a lot of... On island here, we have the Fights Egg fresh farm eggs. That's going to be on display. We're going to have, besides food, a lot of different displays that people do here on island, you know, in their spare time, you know. And so it's going to be fun this Saturday. And it's going to be music during the float parade by DJ Pabi also. And we're going to have the judging of the parade, and then at 8 o'clock in the night, we'll have the fireworks, and that's going to go on from Hungry Iguana Bar and Restaurant, right there by the airport. Listen, the plane is taking off, so it's really getting busy.
You know, Miss Maxine, I've only been to Little Cayman once. I've lived in Grand Cayman for 40 years. Only been to Little Cayman once.
And that was probably when you first arrived, huh?
No, about 10 years after. I came for a friend of mine got married in Little Cayman.
So you haven't been here in 30 years?
No, I am petrified of small planes. Otherwise, I would jump on the plane and come for this weekend, you know.
Let me give you a little advice. Take a break from the Royalty Pirates Agri Weekend Fest. Give you a little thing. I prefer that twin otter any day to that Saab and Max 8 or any other plane that goes fast. And the reason why I do is the small planes, they cruise. Anything happen to them, they cruise in. They don't crash in. The plane is Lord, the jets are Lord, I'm coming home.
True.
But
one engine goes, it can work on the other one, right?
Thank you. And if all two go, they can still cruise in. And they're not that high up in the air. I don't like flying either, but I love my twin otter. And I can tell, I just love her. I call her my little Cayman jet.
Well, get one for yourself, right, Miss Maxine? So, Miss Maxine, come 9 o'clock.
Land here, the jet.
Yeah. So, come 8 o'clock, you have the fireworks, right?
Yeah.
And this is from the Hungry Iguana Bar Restaurant.
Yes, and then at 9 o'clock, music again by DJ Pabby. Royal the Pirates dance at the poolside Hungry Iguana Barn Restaurant.
Okay, I'm sure you got some barbecue in there.
Aye, McCoy's local barbecue that is finger-licking good, and other local cuisine and everything jerk will be on sale. And lots of historical, cultural, and agricultural displays will be under this tent, a tent or two at Blossom Avenue Triangle. So it's really going to be a fun-filled day, you know. So I'm inviting everybody that can afford to come, because I know COVID's been hard on everybody, including me, that just put COVID on the back burner, and says, hey, look, I'm going to do me a staycation in Little Cayman for the weekend of the 4th, 5th, and 6th. Cayman Airways would smile because they would help put on extra session flights.
So are you expecting a lot of visitors from Grand Cayman, Miss Maxine?
Well, I was told by the resorts that they're practically all full with foreign people that used to come this first weekend in November for Little Cayman. Because you remember after 34 years of it being the first weekend for Little Cayman, it was changed, including Grand Cayman not being at the end of October.
Correct.
You know, and as we can see now, rain coming at time, it feel like God feel like we need it. But tell you what, the pirates weren't afraid of rain. In fact, they prayed for rain. Because that way they could come ashore and nobody would see where they were hiding their booty. And they prayed for rough weather, because nobody fishing in calm weather now, do they? You can't catch any fish. Now, wahoo, no mahi-mahi, we call dolphin.
Right.
That they're all out there in this kind of weather, choppy weather. So that's what the pirates like, and that's what we're going to portray. That even if it does rain, it's not going to stop the fun. The only thing it might stop is Cayman Airways coming in. You know?
The storm would be long gone by before then.
I know that, but I'm only saying you might still have a little rain here and there.
Right. And so we've got boats coming from Grand Cayman to Little Cayman for that
If
weekend.
the weather's good, yes.
Yeah.
And I
that'll
am
be fine,
expecting quite a lot of staycationers that said that they were not going to go, you know, since we opened up to going anywhere now. The sister islands of Brac and Little Cayman haven't seen as many staycationers. But those that really enjoyed it when we were closed down, those are the people who are coming back. And those are also the people who are coming back from the United States, Canada, and all over the world to enjoy Little Cayman Pirates Weekend, because they were used to it on the first weekend of November every year for 34 years. And Thanksgiving, as you know, they're not going to come anywhere. So
True. That's right. That's
so I'm really happy. I'm all excited. All of my committee, and we do have 5 so far, committee members that are dedicated. And I also have at least another 5 or 6 volunteers. And all we need now is a lot of people to come and enjoy it and spend a couple of their hard-earned dollars in Little Cayman. Don't bother to bring with you on that plane what you want to eat and drink, because we have lots of it here now.
Oh, you're making me hungry, Miss Maxine.
Delicious.
So we covered Friday, Saturday. How about Sunday? Miss Maxine, can you hold a second? We have a caller.
I will.
Okay. Caller, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am fine. How are you, sir?
Great. Maxine, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I am awesome. Good to hear your voice.
Who is this?
Jeffrey Woods.
Oh, it's been a long time. Nice
I
to
know,
talk to you
very
again.
long time. Tell me something. The highlight of it up there gonna be you singing, right?
Pardon?
The highlight is going to be when you sing up there, right?
You're breaking up. I'm not hearing you.
The highlight of you in the Little Cayman will be you singing.
Were you going to bring the band?
I can bring the band, yeah.
Oh, bring the band and I'll sing till I can't sing anymore. But it's not only me here that can sing. There's a lot more people.
I know, but that good country music that you sing.
Oh, Lord. I could sing some good pirate ones, too.
I know.
You forgot.
I know.
1981. I was the only woman singer for 24 years, 8 months, and 3 days. I can't give you in a minute and a second.
I can give you the name of the song, though. I'm a Caymanian.
I'm a Caymanian
That's
born
right.
and
Bred, yes. And I'll tell you what, the McCoy Lounge, the food there is awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. My mom and dad
Yes,
did
it
work
is
hard.
very, very good.
They
And
are the pioneers for tourism here, as you know.
Yes, I do know.
Yeah, Samson and Mary McCoy, they are the pioneers for tourism. You can
Yes.
reconfirm that with the tourism department. The pioneers for tourism in Little Cayman. They came here with me and my 5 brothers from 1966, you know.
Right.
Not saying other people wasn't here before. Yes, they were, but they didn't boost the tourism. They didn't, boost it the way that my dad especially did, and my mom with her good cooking. I just wish she was here now to do some cooking for the Pirates weekend, because she could cook.
And she didn't let you know that her brothers were pilots as well.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So, Jeffrey.
Take care.
Okay, Jeffrey. Thanks for calling in. Thanks.
you.
Enjoy your day, Miss Maxine. Going back to this. Okay, Sunday. So, what's on for Sunday? We've covered Friday, Saturday.
Sunday.
Are you going to take the
11
Pirates to church?
11 a.m. the Pirates go to church.
Love
But
it.
they got to thank God that the local people now didn't kill them. For coming ashore and plundering their beautiful island. So, yes, I'm sending them to church.
Okay.
So, from 11 till 12 is Pirates go to church.
So you'll be capturing them to take them to church, or they'll go of their own free will.
They're coming of their own free will because
Okay.
they have found God. Amen.
Amen. Right.
But do you remember in Pirates of the Caribbean? He went to church. What's his name again? I can picture him right now. The actor in Pirates.
Oh, and
of
Johnny
the
Depp, you mean?
Yeah, Johnny Depp went to church in Pirates of the Caribbean. So, Lil Cayman is going to, if they don't come, we're going to shout him up in church and make him sing too. See if that will convert him a little bit, Yes, and then right after church is that treasure hunt at this new boutique and coffee shop that we have on island. The name of it is the Seahorse. So we're going to have a treasure hunt there at 12:30, because as I said, the church is from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m., 12 noon. And then 12:30 right down the road by the airport again is a treasure hunt at the Seahorse Boutique and Coffee Shop, followed by lunch. And they're going to do a special for the people, fish Lil Cayman style and jerk chicken with loads of sides, plus they'll have a menu a la carte. They're also open for breakfast. If anybody wants to go there for breakfast, there's not too many places here that is open. In fact, I think that's the only establishment that is open for breakfast besides the hotels that cater to their own, guests. Then after that, we're right there at the Seahorse Boutique and Coffee Shop. We'll be having an oldie but goodie ancient soldier crab race. Now, I know it's against the laws to bet on them, but we're going to do what the old folks used to call, we're going to bet. That means you don't bet with any money or anything else. You just, I bet you number 1 go win, or I bet you number 6 go win, blah, blah, just bet.
Bet. Okay.
And also there we'll have a tug of war with the Pirates royalty dressed in royalty casual wear. Tug of war between the Pirates and the winches, and let's see which one is the strongest.
Hmm.
And after that is finished, at between 3 and 3:30, we go up to Kingston Bight, which is opposite of Owen Island, but on the mainland. And that's where the pirates is going to walk the plank from Kingston Bight Dock.
Is that where you kick them off at that point?
Kick them right off that plank right there at Kingston Bight. That way they can float in the what do you call it again? The currents will take them straight down to where their boats are at the Blossom Avenue. So they will walk the plank from Kingston Bight. And they will also be plundering the Kingston Bight, and they will have there also a pool table and domino tournament. The people that want to be in that must sign up at Kingston Bight. And food there will be on sale also a la carte. So that is our weekend, the Royal Tip Pirates Agriff Weekend Fest in Little Cayman. And I'm hoping and praying that everybody have a jolly good time, including the nurses and the police, so that it won't be any accidents or anybody fighting like a pirate, because our pirates are very, very friendly. You know, that's why I'm sending them to church.
So, Miss Maxine, for those listeners, because we do have listeners who join us, overseas, what's the population in Little Cayman?
Well, 10th of October 2010, it showed we had 199.
199, okay.
Now, 10/10/21, because we couldn't have it in 20, it showed we had lost 60 people. But I think we lost a little bit more than that. But they're coming back now. And the population then, when we took it last year, 10/10/21, for 2020, it showed, I think it was 139. So I think we lost about 60 people. But that was because of, everybody having to evacuate if they could,
Right.
because of COVID. But I beg to differ in 2020 and 10/10/10. I beg to say it was more like 350, not 199. And I haven't gotten a real good check since, because every year, COVID or no COVID, Little Cayman closes like the end of August and do repairs and get prepared, for the tourist season, and reopens back the middle of October, the last no later than Halloween, which was yesterday. And we did have quite a few trick-or-treaters. I was surprised, but we did have, because not only children trick-or-treat in Little Cayman, everybody trick-or-treats.
Little Cayman sounds like such a fun place to live.
It is. And, it's peaceful, it's quiet, it's no traffic jam for sure, no road rage, and it does have out-of-this-world diving if you're a diver, and if you're a fisher lady or a fisherman, you can fish in and actually catch fish. And, it's just, if you're a bird watcher, just want to relax, we got loads of birds, thousands of birds, which you will see, everybody will see on Friday and Saturday and Sunday when the birds come and harbor around the National Trust, the pond that we have there. And, it should, everybody that really loves life in general should have a jolly good time.
Miss Maxine, let me ask you at the top of your head. You might not know exact amount, but how many stayovers can you accommodate in Little Cayman?
Oh, we can accommodate more in Cayman Brac for sure. We got we got the Beach Resort Hotel. We have Southern Cross Club. We have Pirates Point. We have Vic Club. We have Conch Club. We have Paradise Villas. We have all of these private homes that are Airbnbs, right? A lot of them, right? Because the people build their retirement homes there from foreign, and they come like maybe once or twice a year, and then they rent it out through Airbnb, get it licensed through government, and rent it out through Airbnb. So it's lots of space and lodging. It all depends on what your pockets say. And the one thing I liked about Lil Cayman is they didn't went up in the price when in festivities are going on. Like Grand Cayman do. Oh, well, it's the season, Miss Maxine. I'm going, season.
No comments, Miss Maxine.
No season. Which season? I'm local, you know. We don't have seasons. There is some all year round. And they just laugh at me, you know. All right. You know, peak season is higher price than low season. And right now we're getting on to peak season. But it should be a reasonable price that people can afford, you know. Because if you know what CUC charges you down there, don't even think about our new, what is called, Power and Light Company is now owned by Island Energy Limited. And it's very high.
Okay.
You know, so.
Well, Miss Maxine, I've kept you on the phone long enough. Just want to say thank you for joining us this morning on the Business Buzz. I just enjoy hearing all about what's going to take place this weekend at the Royalty Pirates Agri Weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 3 days of jam-packed excitement in Little Cayman. Any last comments you want to leave for our listeners this morning?
I would like to invite you to come for the weekend since you haven't been here in 30 years and invite everybody else.
You know what? I'm going to make plans for next year, so you better keep this going. You better make plans to make this better next year.
Well, that was what I told my committee, and my committee told me back the same thing. It's got to be bigger and better as the years go by. God willing. God willing. And, I just want to tell everybody that if you just want to relax, get rid of the stress, walk practically everywhere you want to go instead of driving a vehicle. You can come if you enjoy dancing, if you enjoy local cuisine, if you enjoy life in general. Lil Cayman is the place to be this weekend, right? And every Pirates weekend is the first weekend in November, the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in November. I was told by the person that is organizing this, Miss Ventisha, she's worked very hard. I'd like to hail out a happy birthday to her.
Oh, happy birthday.
Today's her birthday today.
November,
and I
baby.
hope she have a jolly good time on her special day. And, it's going to continue to remain for Lil Cayman the first weekend in November, no matter what date it is. And it's going to be bigger and better. And you just got to come this year to get a little taste so you can always come back every year to enjoy it. And, children are definitely welcome at all of these festivities.
Very nice.
And that's who will be leading. The police will be leading the float parade. Right behind them will be the children walkers with their whatever costume they want to put on.
Miss Maxine, this sounds like so much fun. I just want to come up there Thursday afternoon, but I can't. But in the meantime, I want to wish you well, you and the other committee members, and thank you all for doing what you do, putting this all together for visitors and residents alike, and wish you a safe and wonderful weekend. Have fun, just do your thing, and we want to hear all about it again.
Sounds great. You have a great weekend too, God willing. We will have fun.
All right, and hopefully it'll be sunshine all day long, and calm seas.
Yes.
And calm seas.
Well, the backers don't really worry about calm seas. They want to worry about it not too rough going back.
Oh, okay.
Coming is okay. It's going back.
Miss
Anyway,
Miss
it
Maxine,
was a pleasure talking to you all.
Same here, Miss Maxine. Thank you so much. That was Mrs. Maxine McCoy Moore, chairperson of the Little Cayman Committee on the line there. Miss Maxine, thank you so much. Thanks for Jeffrey for joining us this morning with his telephone call. And Royalty Pirates Agri Weekend, Little Cayman. It's not too late to book your flight and head over to Little Cayman and enjoy 3 full days of festivities, as you just heard Miss Maxine tell us. Also, thanks to Tucker Restaurant. Tucker, now 2 locations, West Bay, Morgan's Harbour and in Gun Bay East End. Thank you for bringing us a trivia question on the Business Buzz Taco Tuesday. Don't forget, you can join them for taco special today. 2-for-1 tacos and margaritas all day today. Both locations, East End and West Bay. Thanks to our sponsors of the Buzz this morning, Cayman Medical Supplies, Cayman Insurance Center, and 345 Equipment Services. Thanks to our producer of the Business Buzz, Ms. Susan Watson. Thank you, Susan. And thanks to our previous guests from Ocean Med, Dr. Laura Hole, Dr. Zan Balang, and Sarah Superfine. From me, Anita Can, thanks from the Business Buzz. We'll see you on Thursday.
The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies. Call them at 949-6211. And Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And 345 Equipment, quality machinery, parts, and repair services for all of your construction equipment needs. Call 525-0021 or email info@345equipment.ky.
Follow Radio Cayman on Twitter. All the latest information, breaking news, community events, and more. Follow us at twitter.com/Radio Cayman.